Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Brooke Numerology. I'm a Vedic numerologist and astrologer. I'm really glad you're here because today we are going to discuss the birth number within numerology and its significations within your life. Most of us know what the birth number is, but I don't think that the subtle nuances of what the birth number is doing within your life are discussed enough. And so I wanted to make this video so that you can really understand what the birth number is doing within your life and also how to calculate it if you don't know how. So if the video is good for you, please like it and subscribe so you never miss one of my other upcoming videos. And also, if you're interested in a consultation, you can reach me at brooknumerology.com. Okay, let's get started. So the birth number is your actual date of birth, the day you were born. And if it's a double-digit number, you have to condense that down to one number. We will discuss that more in a little bit. But what is the birth number? So it is the inherent qualities that are within us. Think of it as the vibrations that have come from your past lives. And so your birth number is going to be karmas that you carry from the past, but it's also going to determine your inherent talents and things that you are good at. So the birth number will show your personality, your needs, your desires, your motives, and why you do things in life. It is also your tastes, your choices, your likes, your dislikes. And like I said, it is your talents, your inherent talents that you have. So the birth number is how you see yourself. So only you and the people closest to you, your family and your closest friends, are going to see you as your birth number. The destiny number, which will be in another video, is how, the greater public sees you, but your birth number is how you see yourself and those closest to you see you, because it is a very private number. It's a number that you know yourself to be and others know, but it's not a number that you show the world. So it is your self-perception, your self-image, and then those closest to you can see that as well. So think of the birth number as a very internalized quality. Only you are going to understand that number and those that are closest to you and who you invite into your inner circle. So each number is going to correspond to planetary energy. So whatever your birth number is, it's going to correspond to the planet, and that certain planet's energy is going to be inherent within that birth number. Okay, so here is a list of all of the numbers and the planet that corresponds to them. So number 1 corresponds to the sun, number 2, the moon, number 3 is going to correspond to Jupiter, number 4 is Rahu, or the north node of the moon, number 5 is Mercury, number 6 is going to be Venus, number 7 is Ketu, or the south node of the moon, number 8 is Saturn, and number 9 is Mars. So if you'd like to take a screenshot, that would be great. And then that way you can refer back to what the planetary energy is associated with each number. So essentially, whatever your birth number is going to hold the planetary energy and the karmas of that given planet. So, if you are a birth number of, let's say, number 6, Venus, you are going to, hold the karmas of loyalty, being charming, liked by a lot of people. You're going to seek peace. Diplomacy is going to be something that just comes naturally to you, that you feel inside of yourself. Luxury and comforts, values, healing. And this is just a quick list of all of the qualities that are associated with each planet, and then that thus corresponds to the numbers. So I just wanted to go over a couple of things in regards to calculating your birth number. So we always want to get the birth number down to one condensed number. So if you were born on a single digit number, like say September 5th, your birth number will be number 5 and you will embody the energy of Mercury. Now let's say instead that you were born on September 23rd. So that's a two-digit number, and we have to condense it down to one number. So then we would add up the 2 plus the 3, and that comes to 5. So you would still have the planetary karmas of Mercury because the 23rd, 2 plus 3 becomes 5. But it is going to be slightly different because you are going to be embodying number 2, which is moon energy, plus the number 3, which is Jupiterian energy, to come to Mercury energy. So I do want to be clear that people who are born on a single digit number have only the planetary energy of that one number. So it's going to be stronger energy. And then people that are born on a birthday that has two digits, they are going to be embodying planetary energy of two separate numbers to then come up to the main numbers. So they are going to be embodying the energy of three numbers, and the final number, the main number, the main planetary energy that they embody is not going to be quite as strong as someone that's born on, say, September 5th compared to September 23rd or September 14th, because those other two dates are going to be embodying all the energy. And so when you are looking at your date of birth, you need to consider that you are embodying two other planetary energies, right? The moon, Jupiter, and then Mercury. And you need to see how that's manifesting within your life. Okay, here is another thing that I wanted to bring up if you happen to be born on the 10th, the 20th, or the 30th of the month, right? We're going to add the two numbers together. 1 plus 0 is going to become 1. So you are going to embody the planetary energy of the sun. But with the 10th, the 20th, or the 30th, you have to also consider that this number 0 is going to be playing a role within your life. Now, the number 0 is not technically a number. It just represents the void, nothingness. It's a new journey after we have completed all of the numbers. But people that are born on one of these dates, they do embody the energy of either the sun, which is 1, the moon, which is 2, or Jupiter, which is 3. But because 0 is attached to the number, they are going to experience difficulties in life before they are really able to kind of come to terms with who they really are, how they see themselves, because they can internalize some difficulties because 0 is attached. But then after they work through problems, then they can really embody the energy that their birth number is. And then finally, I wanted to discuss the numbers 11 and 22 within a date of birth. Now, they are not considered master numbers as they are within Pythagorean numerology. Vedic numerology does not consider them to be master numbers. The reason this is because no number or planetary energy or vibration holds more divinity or spirituality or the need to complete a karma more. And so we don't take 11 and 22 as master numbers because they don't hold a special significance. So if you're born on the 11th or the 22nd, you still need to reduce this down. So let's say you were born on the 22nd, you'll add up 2 plus 2, that will become 4. So if you're born on the 22nd, you're going to have the planetary energy of Rahu as your birth number. And then conversely, if you're born on the 11th of the month, then you'll just add up the 1 plus 1, and that will become 2. So you will hold the planetary energy of the moon as your birth number. Okay, so I hope that that was helpful in understanding how to calculate your birth number. It is very simple. So the birth number is going to play a significant role in your life up until about 30 or 35 years of age, right? It's always going to be a part of your life, but it is most pronounced while you're 30 to 35 years of age. And then at that point, the destiny number is going to become more prevalent in your life, right? Because we come into this life, but we're not meant to stay the same. We're meant to change over time. And then that is why the destiny number becomes the most prevalent number for you after about the age of 35, sometimes a little bit sooner. But the planetary energy of your birth number is going to be most prevalent until that age. So just keep in mind that when you are thinking about the birth number and how it relates to your life, that it is more of an internalized number. It's your self-image, your self-perception, how you see the world, your personality, and your motives. Here is an example. Let's say that you have a birth number of 1, but your destiny number is 6. So I have another video that I will be posting soon, but people in general, if you have a destiny number of number 6, they're going to see you as a teacher, as someone that, cares about beauty and luxury and diplomacy. But that is not how you inherently see yourself. Because you're embodying the sun energy as a birth number, then you are going to see yourself as a leader, that you want to make a difference in the world. Respect from other people is going to be of the utmost importance. And you are going to see yourself as selfless, because when we think of number 1 energy, that's the king in the court of numbers. And if, he is operating at the highest vibration, he is a selfless person. And so you are going to see yourself as selfless, but other people in the world are going to see you differently because they're going to see you as your destiny number. So just keep that in mind, that your birth number is how you see yourself and your likes and your dislikes and your talents. And so when you're trying to figure out what you're good at, really look towards the birth number, because that is going to give you a lot of clues as to what's happening. I often, this is not something that is part of Vedic numerology, but I always consider the birth number to be more like Ketu. Right? It can show our talents, it can show our past, it can show things that we really want to gravitate towards and maybe keep within us and not grow always towards something new. And then the destiny number is going to be more like Rahu. It's our purpose in life and what we need to go towards, but it's not going to mature until a little bit later in life. And so, while you do need to embrace your birth number, if you can find a way early on in life to really gravitate towards your destiny number, that will help you in life. Okay, and then really quickly, just going back to this list of what the numbers embody as planetary energy, right? Because the numbers embody planetary energy, and then our karmas are held within the energy of each planet, and then it funnels into the birth number. So think of numbers as just a tool to understand the planetary energy that is happening within your life. So if you are a number 1 birth number, that means you were born on the 1st, the 10th, or the 28th of the month, and you're going to embody the energy of the sun, which is authority, independence, leadership. It's selfless energy. And so you are a selfless person, but you do want to have recognition and respect. I also forgot to mention number 19 is also a birth number of 1, because when you add up the 1 plus 9, that becomes 10, and then 1 plus 0 is 1. Okay, then moving on to a birth number of 2, then you are going to embody the planetary energy of the moon. So that's the 2nd, the 11th, the 20th, and the 29th. And then internally, you are going to see yourself as very caring and very emotional and creative. And that is how those closest to you are going to see you as well. And so that's, the image that you have of yourself. Always remember that the birth number is our personality, our self-perception, but you will have, a very kind and caring personality. Okay, and then moving on to number 3, that's Jupiterian energy. That means if you were born on the 3rd, the 12th, the 21st, or the 30th of any month, then you're going to have the energy of Jupiter that's inherent within you and inherent within your personality. And so your family is going to be incredibly important to you. You know, you may not even make a lot of major decisions without asking them what they think, but then also they come to you because you are like a guru to those closest in your life. You know, you like to have fun, you're always smiling, you know, you are very caring. You are a seeker of knowledge and something higher. And then moving on, if you were born on the 4th, the 13th, the 22nd, or the 31st of any month, then you're going to embody the planetary energy of Rahu, the north node of the moon. And so you are after creating structure, stability. You are a revolutionary. You're very detail oriented and have kind of these lightning bolt ideas. You're very intelligent. And so that's the energy that is inherent within you and who you know yourself to be. Okay, so then moving on to number 5, Mercury. If you're born on the 5th, the 14th, or the 23rd of any month, then you have the planetary energy of Mercury. So you're very outgoing, you're very witty, you have this magnetic way about you. People notice you, right? You're communicative, you're witty. Okay, moving on to Venus. You are a birth number of number 6 if you're born on the 6th, the 15th, or the 24th of any month. And that this is who you know yourself to be. So your closest friends and family, what I've found with number 6 birth number people is that loyalty and diplomacy and peace are so inherent within them and so important to them. But if they have a different destiny number, right, the greater public may not see that, but that is really who they are. And obviously, you know, like luxury and comforts are very, very important to you. You can be a healer. Moving on to number 7, that is Ketu, the south node of the moon. So if you were born on the 7th, the 16th, or the 25th, then you were ruled by number 7 and embody that planetary energy of Ketu. So you can be spiritual, you can be a bit detached in your daily life. Also, you know, that intuitiveness, there can be a lot of transformation within your life, especially in your younger years. Okay, and then moving on to a number 8 birth number, which is ruled by Saturn. That is your number if you're born on the 8th, the 17th, or the 26th of any month. So you're ethical, you're wise, you're responsible. You know, it's duty, commitment, struggle. I have found that people that have a number 8 and Saturn as their birth number, things, you know, you kind of could have gone through the school of hard knocks while you were younger, but then you take that energy and those lessons and you really persevere later in life. And then finally, number 9, which is ruled by Mars. You are a number 9 birth number if you're born on the 9th, the 18th, or the 27th of the month. You know, that Mars energy makes you be a defender. It makes you courageous. It can also make you very volatile in your words, especially within your Vedic grid if you have Mercury attached. So you have to watch your words with that one, especially as you're younger, but you're also a humanitarian, right? Number 9 is the most humanitarian number. So, you know yourself to be, you know, very kind and always looking out for the underdog. So this is just, you know, a very brief list. Obviously, it's not all inclusive of what the energies are behind your birth number. So just remember that your birth number is who you know yourself to be, your self-perception and your inherent qualities. And then as you get older, you're going to have to gravitate towards the destiny number. So I will be doing my next video on the destiny number. And then after that, there will be a video on the birth number versus the destiny number and what to do if they are not in alignment, because that can greatly affect your life. So thank you again for watching. And if the video is good for you, please like and subscribe so you don't miss another of my upcoming videos. And you can reach me at brooknumerology.com for consultations. I will see you in the next video. Bye.